What's up, guys? Ben Nauman here with Flip Texas. Definitely, first off, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and hit the bell notification. So today we are going to be talking about how do you run comps. Um, my friend Joseph Grant, he was actually on the podcast here recently with Derek Kelly. He was messaging me, hey, what's the proper way for running comps and how do you get a general idea of how to do this? And so whether you're an active investor, whether you're an agent, whether you're even a private investor or private lender, you need to be able to how to come up with some sense of property value, ARV, what's the fixed up value of the property. So let's talk about it here. We are on HAR, and so you really need to be looking at HAR, and here if you're local in Houston, which this is the realtor portal on how to pull active properties that have sold, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm selling a property here soon. And so I'm going to pull up comps for this one because I haven't looked at it recently here. And let's see what we have here. So it's actually, you know what? Actually, we're going to look at a single family. I'm selling this townhouse, but we're going to go to the single family one that I'm considering what we're going to do with it. Okay, so as you can see here, single family, townhouse, lots. You can use the lots if you're wholesaling a lot. Multifamily here, there's not going to be that many multifamily comps. That on here is really just going to be 1 to 4 units. There's not going to be that many. Rental listings, what are rentals going for? You can look there. But for this one, let's go to here. Okay, and so this is our drop down menu here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click active, pending, sold. And right now, I'm just going to see I'm going to plug in some information and we're going to see how many results that we get. So I'm going to put 220 days here. I'm going to put this is where you put the address of the property. This one is 2606 Village Oak Drive, Katy, Texas. And so it starts, it pops up here. So within here, on where you type in the address, this is how far of a radius do you want these comps to be pulled from your subject property. So it automatically always puts a 1/4 mile here. If we're in a more rural area, we're going to need to go farther out, such as maybe closer to even a mile. But in a residential neighborhood, we're really going to start here at the 1/4 mile. Let's see what we have. You can actually go to the bottom here, and you see we have 23 matches already. This property, though, is a 3-bedroom. So here we can put 3. Now we have 6 matches. So you can put, if you want to, you can start clarifying by the square footage a little bit. I believe our subject property is 1750 square foot. We can double check here real quick. 2606 Village Oak Drive. So this is what you can do. You just go back to, go back somewhere else here. 17, okay. So our subject property is 1770 square foot. So we want to, while we're looking at these comps, we want to make sure that we're comparing our property to similar properties. So what does that mean? That means we're not going to compare our property to a 5-bedroom house. Ours is 3-bedroom, 2-bath. We're not going to compare it to a property that's 5,000 square foot. Our property is 1770, so we really need to be getting as close as possible to this. General rules of thumb is you shouldn't be really looking at properties that are 400 square foot difference from your property. That's kind of a general rule of thumb. I like to look at all the data before I see how much data we have before I go by any certain specific rules, but that's what some people follow. Don't look at anything that's more than 400 less or minus your square footage. You can do year build. This is actually really important to do the year build. I have some friends here that they did an expensive renovation project on a property here in the Heights in Houston, and people in that price range that are buying houses in that price range, they're buying all new construction, and their property is, I think, like 1950 or 1960s. So you want to be wary and cognizant of the year build. I see here garages. Okay, that doesn't matter too much. Okay, we have lot size here. That's, something you can kind of take note of. So let's see what we have here. We have 6 properties. If you notice, if we go to prop 360, so this is how many days. So this would be in the last year if we have 360, and so we get a little bit more matches. Let's go. This is going to be the more recent. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so keep in mind when we're looking at these comparables, our property is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square foot. Wow, this is a really good comp right here. Sold in 4 days on, sold in 4 days on market, 5701 Village Green Drive. This is very similar to ours. It looks like this is a little bit of a newer house though, but let's take a look. Okay, so we always want to click on the comp and understand the condition that this one was in. So we see some pictures here. Wow, it's very nice, good condition. I see some of the flooring, doesn't match, but it's in really good condition. Bathrooms, are pretty nice. There's granite, the backyard. It's a pretty nice house, brick house. So the one thing that is interesting is this house is a little bit newer than our house. If we see this is our house here. Ours is a 1981. But it's not. It's 10 years difference. That's something to look at there. Okay, so 295. What else do we have? We have an active here that's a lot smaller than ours for 259. Let's look at this. Looks like it needs. So what do we notice in these pictures here? The first thing that I noticed is I actually noticed the driveway's cracked. It looks like this roof. I can tell you right now, this roof needs to be replaced. But it looks like a fix and flipper probably came in here, did this new backsplash, these counters. If you see here, they left the old cabinets and they didn't replace the cabinets. Looks like they didn't do the counters in the bathroom. See, look at this roof. As you can see, this roof really needs to be replaced. This is kind of an awkward. If you look at this, it's kind of an awkward floor plan. It's not very wide open. It's kind of sectioned off, it looks like. Pretty nice. It's not that bad though. It's clean. It's clean. Yeah, it's clean. It looks like it could be better. It's not a 10 out of 10 remodel, but it's pretty clean. It looks like, it does need a roof, and it looks like were a couple areas that they didn't go all out on the remodel. And it looks like they priced this thing to, it looks like, DOM 175. Oh, wow. So I guess they priced it way too high from the beginning. They priced it at 290. Holy cow. That's kind of weird. Okay. Let's look at some of these other ones. Okay. Wow, this is pretty nice. Okay. Wow, pool, a really nice backyard. Wow, this is a really nice house in a good area for shoot, for that price. So they listed it at 269. They sold it in 5 days for 257. So you can see that a lot of these properties sold really fast. This one, 257. It's a little bit smaller. It's a little bit smaller than our property. Here's another one. Let's look at this. I don't like this sales price. The sales price is kind of low. Okay, well, no wonder why the sales price is low. I mean, it looks like people are still living in the property. These pictures are really crappy. I mean, there's ugly random stuff sitting all around the property. So, I mean, this is definitely sold for less than full price, just based on these. It doesn't look like it's renovated. It looks like people are living in there. They didn't have good pictures. It looks like they didn't market it well. It does look like they have a new. It does look like they have a new roof. It does look like the bones are good, and it sold in 5 days. But I don't love that price, the 257. So what do we see about this data overall? I see that if the properties are reasonably priced, it looks like they sell very fast. This one was new construction. This one's really not even going to be similar at all. I mean, so we can go to the map if we want to. Oh, that's not working. Huh. We'll have to work on that. I don't know why that's zooming out so much. It shouldn't be doing that. Usually you can go to the map section and you can make sure that none of these comps are crossing major roads. But the first thing when I look at these is I look at the days on market with this in regards to this property, and I see the days on market's pretty low as long as it's reasonably priced. I see on the high end here, the absolute highest value I think we could get for this property is about $295, and it looks like the low end of an ARV is probably maybe $265, $270. So you know, based on these properties are a little bit smaller. These properties are a little bit smaller, and these properties weren't. As I said, these properties weren't like fully remodeled to the top of, you know, to the top. Not bad though. This one was really nice. Yeah, this one was nice. It looks like they didn't. Looks like they skipped out on the granite counters. I don't know why you would put a fixture. This fixture looks really nice for like no granite countertops. I love those walls, those things like that. It looks like they didn't. Those doors look old. But it's a nice pool and hot tub. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, $295 is probably it's probably high, but that's definitely the high range. So, you know, for something like this, we're looking anywhere from $265 to maybe $280, $265 to $280, fully fixed up, fully remodeled, with our property here. Definitely let me know what y'all think about this. We're looking at we look at the price per square foot, but you have to understand that when looking at comps, you have to be comparing similar square footages. And the higher you go up in square footage, the lower the price per square foot you're going to be able to get for that property sold fixed up all the way. You know, we took a look at the lot size. We took a look at the square footage, the pricing, what's active. It's good to see what's active versus what's sold. For your comps, you really want to be looking at what are sold properties selling for and not what they're just listed for active. But it's good to be aware of what's active in that area, because what's active and pending is going to determine, that's your competition. That's the competition that you're competing against. And then, like I said, if you're doing fix and flip, you want low days on market like this, because your profitability, or even if you're wholesaling, really, your it's directly ties to what investors are going to be buying, how hot the area is, and how long you need to hold that property if you're fixing and flipping it. At the end of the day, we all know that if you're holding these properties for longer than 6 months on a fix and flip, you're probably not going to be making any money. So it's very important that the days on market is low. Let's do another example here, one more. So we're gonna look at this townhouse that I'm gonna be selling soon. Okay. Okay. All right, so this is the property, 3139 22 1178 square foot. Okay. We need to compare it to other two twos. Okay, we have 8. Okay, so what's the first thing that we notice is there are no active properties. So this is really good news for us, because if there's no active properties, it means we have absolutely no competition. These properties are, this one's similar square footage. Let's look at this. Okay, so as you can tell, what do we notice about this property? It has not been renovated at all. So very unattractive. It's not renovated. It is clean and livable, but it's not updated. So gardens, that one sold for 159 in 4 days. Let's see what this one is doing. Okay, so this one is clean. It's not fully, this one's clean. It's not fully updated. As you can see, the counters are they're not granite or anything like that. As you can see, the good lighting. But as you can see, the showers, they're older. It hasn't been remodeled here. And this is very similar to the one that we're going to be selling. Okay, so this is 160, 9 days on market. Let's see I want to see what the highest one sold for. Oh, wow. Very nice. Renovated showers, new vanities, very nice flooring, very nice fixtures. This looks bigger. How big is this? It's 1650 square foot. it says 1303 square foot. Okay, so this is similar square footage, 199. Okay, so the one that I'm selling, it looks exactly like this one, 3085. It sold for 199. It's a 2-2 and 4 days on the market. So if I want to, and what I like is there's no active inventory. So on mine, it is like 60, 100 square foot bigger. So, listing mine for 190 to 199 shouldn't be a problem. That should probably be around what's possible for the property. So definitely, guys, let me know what y'all think. Questions, comments, concerns, and I will talk with y'all later.